Hello lovelies! Today I'm going to talk to you about my patellofemoral dysfunction. I was diagnosed with patellofemoral dysfunction in my left knee in 2013. So it's been 8 years, almost 8 years of continuous pain. I'm going to show you. Okay, my pain is right here, mostly. So this is the kneecap, and my pain is right here along the edge of the kneecap, kind of underneath the kneecap is where it radiates from. I can't touch it, like I can't reach where the pain actually is. It's deep under there, and it's very achy, and sometimes it's a stabbing pain, but it hurts all the time. So over the years, it's something, I've just kind of gotten used to being there, which is not the nicest thing in the world to think about, but you get used to being in pain. It's still there. I still feel it. You just kind of learn to ignore it. So when it started, I had just finished working for a shoe store, and I had gone to work for a home improvement store. And I kind of just woke up one morning and it was hurting. Like I had stepped wrong, or like I had done something to injure it, but I hadn't done anything. And I thought, man, I must have just slept on it wrong, or twisted it in my sleep or something. And so I, just kind of walked it off, ignored it, and it didn't go away. And it progressively, rapidly got worse. And it was very, very painful for the first few months. I'd say probably for 2 months. It was really, really painful. I didn't even want to walk on it. And I started seeing an orthopedist, and I got lots of treatment. Over the years, I've done physical therapy, extensive physical therapy. I have done, different medications. I've done yoga, massage, Bowen therapy, different ointments, braces. I've done everything that we could think of to try and help the pain or fix the problem, because typically this is called runner's knee, and it's pretty fixable with physical therapy and time for healing. But mine has not changed in 8 years, and it's still painful. There's not a whole lot that I can tell you about it, because there isn't a whole lot that we have found about it. There was not a major surgery like a fix, a repair offered. The offer was a laparoscopic surgery, so they would go in with a video camera into the knee and poke around and get a better view of what is going on in there, and possibly make some repairs while they were in there. But it was decided really early on that wasn't a very good option for me, that it wasn't probably going to be a fix, and it wasn't to the point at that time that it really required surgery. And so it was kind of like, well, why should we do an unneeded surgery? We think this will heal on its own, given time and therapy. That didn't happen. And over the years, with multiple MRIs, x-rays, different orthopedists, it has been kind of ruled, well, it's not bad enough to require surgery. And we could do surgery at this point. It is an option to go in and trim some of the, muscles causing the issue, the tendon, whatever, and repair it, basically cut and reattach to make it tighter. It's a very common surgery for people with joint issues whenever you have something wrong, like a repair. Same thing. They go in, they trim, they reattach it to tighten it. They put what they call an anchor. Imagine like a staple, you know, holding things together. And you go on your way, and then eventually that'll stretch out and you have to have it repaired again and whatever. So basically, surgery begets more surgery. Didn't sound like a good idea. Hasn't sounded like a good idea. And so it's basically just been said to me through medical professionals over the years that just wait until it's bad enough to really need a major surgery, as in, you know, cartilage cleanup, you know, cleaning up some bone spurs, or a full knee replacement. Because why get multiple surgeries over time to fix one problem if you can deal with it, you know, continue to live with it? That's the suggestion. So that's what I have done. Here's my suggestion. Do not favor that knee. For a number of years, I favored my right side because my left knee hurt to walk on. And so that ended up making my right hip wear out faster than my left. So now I'm having multiple issues in my right hip, including osteopenia, torn labrum, bone spurs, arthritic changes. I need a hip replacement. And I feel like that happened faster because I was walking on that side, favoring that side because of my left knee pain. And it basically just wore it out faster. So I would suggest not doing that. I'm also going to suggest you not do braces for long periods of time. At first, if this is something where you're different than me, you don't have Ehlers-Danlos, you don't have hypermobility, you don't have joint issues, then yeah, a brace can be helpful for getting around, walking for long periods of time, working, things like that, for when you are healing. But I would suggest not using it for long periods of time. It actually made things worse for me. I really feel like that's what increased a lot of the pain for me for that first year while I was figuring out what was going on. I wore a brace and it was really painful, and it almost made it where for a while I didn't know how to walk without it. Like my body had gotten it used to it being there, and I became too dependent on it, and so it was painful when I wasn't wearing it. And it wasn't really helping a whole lot when I was wearing it because it was still painful. But I just was really wanting to walk normally on it. And I tried multiple braces, none of which were helpful to me. And eventually I just stopped using them. I did a lot of physical therapy exercises and yoga poses to help strengthen the other muscles in the leg so that I wouldn't rely so heavily on my knee, and that's about the best that I've been able to do. The other thing that was very helpful to me, actually the only thing that even touches the pain, is Mahanarayan oil. It's a homeopathic oil, and you just put it directly on the area. It has helped me. It doesn't help tremendously, but it is the only thing that even touches that pain. And so I really only use it when it's, an extra painful day. I'll rub some on there, and it's very quick absorbing, absorbs deeply, works really well. I also use that on my hip and on my SI joint. It works very well. I will also use ice. On occasion, my knee will swell right at that spot where I showed you, under the kneecap. And I also get pain in the back of my knee. So back here. And I think that mostly has a lot to do with my body compensating to protect the area that is causing the problem. So I'm not super concerned about it. But yeah, so I would suggest Mahana Ryan oil, ice packs. Heat has never really helped with my knee. Obviously, cold weather hurts the joints. It's bothersome in the winter, but I've learned to live with it over the years. So if I ever get it fixed, I'll let you know how it goes, but that's what it has been like for me living with patellofemoral dysfunction. And again, that's kind of a blanket term for they don't know what's going on, but the kneecap is not moving in the direction that it's supposed to be moving. It's dysfunctional. They don't know why. That's that. So, I also tried KT tape, or kinesio tape. Oh my gosh, it was not a good fix for me at all. It was really, really painful for me to use that. Some people it works tremendously well. And I've had a lot of people say, well, it depends on the doctor who's putting it on, and they really highly suggest you don't put it on yourself. And I never did. I always went to professional to get taped, but it made things really painful for me, and I wasn't able to use it. But again, all of the things that I have tried are not to say that they won't work for you. So do your research, try things. It's all trial and error. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Move on to the next thing. But if you're having similar issues to this, I would definitely go and see a doctor. You may need to see an orthopedist if you're having pain right there under the kneecap. It's probably patellofemoral dysfunction. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them for you. I'm just here to hand out the information of what I experienced in hopes that will help one of you find some answers. All right, I hope you have a great day, lovelies. Bye.